Have you ever hit that point where you've done everything right? Prayed, worked hard, believed, and yet nothing seems to move? You keep trying, but the doors just won't open. You've done your part, but it feels like God has gone silent. Maybe you whispered those words before. God, do you even see me? Maybe your wallet is almost empty. The job you thought would come through has vanished, and the weight of uncertainty is pressing on your chest. But what if I told you that God's provision is real, daily, faithful provision? It doesn't always look like what you expect. What if the delay isn't denial, but direction? What if right now, in the middle of your struggle, God is quietly preparing something greater than you can see? Today, I want to tell you a story that proves that God always provides. Not always in the way we plan, but always in the way we need. This is the story of a young man named Teo, a dreamer, a believer, a graduate who thought his future was set. His story begins in the busy city of Lagos, in a small one-room apartment, with more questions than answers and more faith than finances. He had plans, big ones, to change his family story, to live a life that mattered. But before the breakthrough came, the breaking did. Teo graduated top of his class, first class, best in his department. Everyone said his future was bright, but months after graduation, the calls never came. No interviews, no offers, no opportunities. He watched his classmates move forward while he stayed stuck, waiting, praying, hoping. Eventually, survival forced him to act. He began selling bottled water on the roadside, not because he wanted to, but because he had no choice. Each morning, he'd wake up before sunrise, pray quietly, and whisper, "Lord, just help me make it through today." He was tired, embarrassed, and uncertain, but he kept going. One day, after a long, exhausting afternoon under the sun, he sat on a broken bench, soaked in sweat, holding his last 200 Nigerian nairas. His stomach rumbled. His spirit felt empty. Looking up at the sky, he muttered, "God, if you still remember me, show me." Moments later, the sky darkened and heavy rain began to fall. People ran for shelter, but Teo stayed motionless, lost in thought and rain. Then he noticed a woman across the road struggling to carry her baby and 2 heavy bags, drenched from the storm. Instinctively, Teo ran to help her, shielding her with his small umbrella, helping her cross safely. When they reached shelter, the woman looked at him with kind eyes and said, "You must be hungry. Come with me." He hesitated at first, but followed her. That small act of kindness, that moment of compassion in the middle of his lack, would change his life forever. The woman he helped was a caterer. She had been praying for someone trustworthy to help her with deliveries. Teo's simple act of service, even in his need, became the door to his provision. She offered him food that night, his first real meal in days, and a job helping her deliver orders. From that moment, he never went hungry again. It wasn't wealth overnight, but it was daily provision enough for each day. As weeks passed, Teo realized something profound. God didn't send him a job application. God sent him an opportunity to serve. He started showing up early, delivering meals faithfully, learning how to run a business, how to interact with customers, and how to manage time. He worked through rain and sun, sometimes with just enough strength to keep going. One night, while helping pack food for a church program, he felt tears run down his face. He whispered, "Lord, I see it now. Provision isn't just what you give to me, it's what you give through me." That truth shifted something deep inside him. He stopped complaining about where he was and started being faithful with what he had. And as he served, doors slowly began to open. Years passed. Today, Teo runs his own small food brand, one that employs young people who once felt as lost as he once did. Every morning, before work begins, he still says that same prayer, "Lord, help me make it through today." But now he says it with gratitude, not fear. He looks back and smiles, realizing that what once felt like delay was actually God's preparation. You see, God's provision isn't just about money or material things. It's about purpose, timing, and trust. It's knowing that when God promises to provide daily bread, He means daily. He doesn't give you all you need for the month at once. He gives it one day at a time, so your faith grows as your needs are met. Maybe you feel like Teo once did, stuck, tired, forgotten. But if you still have breath, God's not done providing. Your story isn't finished. Maybe your account is empty. Maybe your prayers seem unanswered. Maybe the vision feels too far. But hear me. The same God who fed Elijah with ravens, the same God who rained manna from heaven, the same God who multiplied 5 loaves and 2 fishes is still the same today. He sees you. He knows your needs. He's working in ways you can't see yet. Don't mistake silence or absence. Don't confuse waiting for forgetting. Your lack is not a sign that God has left. It's the stage he uses to display his glory. God's provision isn't late. It's layered. It's building your faith, shaping your heart, teaching you trust. So even when you don't see the answer yet, keep believing, keep praying, keep serving. Because when God provides, he doesn't just meet your need. He meets you in your need.